Hey, Vinyl Community, Jeff here again. Again, another video I wasn't expecting to do, but this just came in, and so I thought, you know, I got to thinking, rather than just hold it to show with some of the other things that I've gotten in recently, I thought this might be a good idea. It might even be a good thread idea. Maybe you've got some ideas about an album you could show like this. So the thought is, you know, how many of this album do you really need? Now, I'm not talking about, some people buy, every time they see a copy of an album, they buy it. Some people buy, like, say, I've seen some collectors that want to have every edition of an album. I want the Japanese edition, I want the German edition, I want the, you know, this edition, that edition. Same album, just maybe different, you know, matrix numbers on there, or runouts or whatever, or maybe it's just something different about the credits. I don't know. But that's not what really mine's about. Mine is about when the albums get reissued in different formats over the years. Do you buy them? How many times do you buy them? Do you keep the originals, etc., etc.? What just came in the mail and just got released and just came in the mail today is the 25th anniversary edition of the first Circle of Dust album on vinyl. Now, I'm not going to go into this yet right now, because I want to, let's go back and look at the story of the Circle of Dust. Maybe only some people may be familiar with them, probably others are not. Industrial metal. One of my favorite industrial metal albums, one of my favorite bands. Clayton, the guy behind this, went on to do Celldweller, who's done a lot of albums. You may be more familiar with his work there. He's done a lot of other work. Scandroid is another band that's kind of on the pop side of industrial feel. Whereas the Circle of Dust stuff was always his metal side. And he did this for a couple albums, and then he started doing the Celldweller, which was a little more not as heavy. Then he came back into the Circle of Dust album, you know, a couple years ago. And anyway, so he's been remixing and things like that. So it all started, I mean, I have the right one. I think I have the right one here. All right, it all started in 1992, first Circle of Dust album. Absolutely fell in love with this album. Love it, love it, love it. So I have this copy, the 1992 original edition. And I've shown these before in a previous discussion of Circle of Dust a long time ago. Reissued in 1995, remixed, kind of tweaked, remastered, tweaked with some additional songs, some songs that are reworked. I think there was even some songs that were removed from the first album and new ones put in its place. 1995. All right, it was shortly, a couple years after that, that he went, you know, and started doing other things, and so the Circle of Dust started dying down. Then in 2016, he came back and reissued you know, these deluxe editions of a lot of his records, including the first Circle of Dust album. It's a double record set. It's got a lot of bonus tracks, things along that line from that time frame, demos, bonus tracks, etc. This is the 1995 edition, but it also, I believe, has the 92 different tracks on here. But basically, this is the remastered, reworked 95 edition, or pretty much everything you could think of. So this came out 2016. Then in 2019 out came the vinyl edition of the first album, and this, I know I've shown this long time ago. So this would be basically, it's on blue, the tracks from, you know, the deluxe edition, as far as the reworked edition of the 1995 version of the album. Double record set, and it's got some of the bonus remixes and stuff on here. So we essentially got the first version of the album on vinyl in 2019. Then in 2021, the 25th anniversary edition of totally remixed and changed up. So the songs are, you know, in some places pretty different, but it's like a total revisiting, remixing, cleaning up, just a lot of things done to it. This came out in 2021. So there's a CD. And then, as you saw, 2022 sees that out on vinyl for the first time. So, and there are some bonus tracks in here too. So you got the whole album plus a fourth side of bonus tracks. So there, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 versions of the album on CD and 2 of the 2 different takes on vinyl. It's just on black wax. It's a double record set. No polyline sleeves. That's a little, you know, that'd be nice if that would have stepped up. It's got a booklet here that's got all the lyrics and artwork and stuff on here. Really nice packaging as far as that goes. And I actually haven't been able to throw it on yet because there's something wrong with my turntable. The needle seems like everything is sounding kind of fuzzy, so I ordered a new needle cartridge and it'll be in tomorrow. I could throw it on then, but I already have the CD, so I know what it's going to sound like. It's just going to sound great on vinyl. Anyway, so there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versions. Now 2 vinyl and 4 CD versions of the same album. So how many bands do you do that with? I didn't intend to do this or even to suggest this as a thread, but now that I think about it, I can't think off the top of my head of any other single release that I have 6 copies of in various formats. I know some people do that. I'm not usually big prone to doing that, and so I have this. So tell me what you think. What do you have? Is there an album that you just like so much that every time they remix it, remaster it, if they've done it quite a few times, you buy it? So a lot of bands have done multiple releases. How often do you pick up as many of those as you have or can of your favorite bands? That's it, though. I do have more to show, but this was an interesting little impromptu thought. So that's all I got for today. Rock on and rock hard.